Check out these headlines. The Economist grew annual digital subscription revenue by 68% to 288 million. The New York Times tops 7.5 million subscriptions as ads decline. So this is the key here, as ads decline. So that's it. The secret to monetizing a blog and earn serious money is not with ad revenues, but by implementing digital subscription on your website. So today I'm going to walk you through all the steps, start to finish. And for this, we are going to use only the best tools, because if you use the right tools, you're almost guaranteed success. And for this, we're going to use WPX.net because they were voted the fastest WordPress hosting back in 2022. And we're going to use ZLICK as our paywall because it's a simple paywall software. And as a result, it offers the best conversion rates in the industry. Now, I hope you're as excited as I am, so let's get started. For this project, we are going to use WPX.net. And as you can see here, they've been voted the fastest WordPress hosting back in 2022. And in the meantime, they've earned a lot of awards as well. As you can see, best hosting support, top tier WordPress hosting, best SEO hosting, and also 2,779 positive 5-star reviews on Trustpilot as well. So this is a very good company to work with for sure. So let's discover their plans now. Now, as you can see, they have 3 different plans. You have business, professional, and elite. So what's the difference? Well, mainly is the amount of websites that you can host on those different plans. This one is up to 5 websites, up to 15 websites, and up to 35 websites. And obviously, they will adjust the resources accordingly. So here you get 15 gig of storage and 200 gig of bandwidth. With this one, 30 gig of storage, 400 gig of bandwidth, and this one 60 gig of storage. And obviously, since you have up to 35 websites, unlimited bandwidth as well. So now the folks at WPX have provided us with a coupon code that you can use, okay? So you can test it out for a full month at a reduced price of 60%. So this will work only with the monthly plan. So as you can see, you have monthly and yearly. So this is going to be basically $24.99 per month, and you get the first month at 60% discount by using this coupon here. So again, I'll leave that in the description below, okay? So feel free to select any of those plans here. All you have to do is click buy now. So right here, if you already have a domain name registered, just type it here and then click continue. If you don't have a domain name yet, click this one here. I am launching a new website. And right here, as you can see, you have all these different domain name extensions. So .com, .biz, .net, .org, .info. So .com obviously is the most popular one. And right here, you type the domain name that you want to register. So for instance, design with Mr. Web, and we want a .com. So let's click search and let's see if this is available. And there you go. As you can see, this one is available for just $13.99. So now we click continue. Now we need to select our nearest data center. So we're based in Ireland ourselves. So we're going to select UK, London, Europe. And then from here, we're going to add our promo code first. So click add promo code, and the code is Mr. Web 60. Okay, and then apply. So instead of $38.98, as you can see, it's $23.99. So we save $14.99 just with this, you know. So now let's fill out all our contact details here. So basically something like this. Scroll down the page after this and select your payment method. So you have online transfer by PayPal or bank card. So either way is fine. So I'm just going to select bank card for now, okay, and then proceed to checkout. So then you have to agree with the GDPR rules and compliance, accept. And then simply enter your payment details and go through the checkout process. And there you go, guys, all done already. So welcome to the fastest WordPress hosting. So that's us done for now, okay? So this is our hosting taken care of. Now let's install WordPress, which is our next step. So for this, we go to our dashboard. So right here on top, we have our WordPress hosting, and underneath our domain name we just registered. So the two are linked together automatically for us. There's nothing else to do. We are ready to go immediately. So now we can install WordPress. So we can either click on the link here or manage service. And right here by the side, as you can see, we have the service details. So this is a quick overview of our server. And right here, we're going to click on manage website. So that's all we have to do to install WordPress. It's going to be super easy for us to do so. And from this screen, now we click on manage WP. And here we have 2 different options. So install WordPress on website or install WordPress in subdirectory. So subfolder basically. In our case, it's going to be on website. So let's click on this. And now we need to enter a few bits of information, you know. So by default, it will provide you with a database name and also an admin username. So you can change this as well, you know. Maybe you want to make it more complicated and harder to guess. So perhaps WPX and maybe, let's say 897 IU. Okay, you can add as many characters as you want and make sure that your email address is correct, and then you need to type in a password. So I'm just going to use Google Chrome here to suggest a password for us, and then install WordPress. And then you will see a pop-up window like this with a reminder of what our user admin name is and also our password. Now copy and paste this somewhere and save it somewhere safe, okay? And then you can close this, and as you can see, it will install the SSL certificate automatically. So you have a green padlock here, so that means the SSL is active already, nothing else to do with it. And now we can create maybe one email address for our domain name as well, which we are going to use on our website. So email boxes right here. And then now click add an email box. So let's create, for instance, info at. So it could be info at, sales at, accounts at, your name at, you know, whatever email box you want, email address you want to create. So here you're going to put your real name. So I'm just going to put Mr. Web. Scroll down the page and you can set the limit as well, maybe 500 megabyte or 1 gigabyte if you wanted to, you know. And then scroll down the page and then set a password here, okay? And then that's basically it. You can even send the settings to yourself if you wanted to maybe to your Gmail account as a reminder. And then click submit. There you go. As you can see, we get a confirmation here that our email box info@designwithmrweb.com was created. And that's basically it. We all set already. So we have the hosting taken care of, our domain name registered, and our email address set up. Now we go back to manage websites, and then we're going to click on our domain name. It will open up in a new tab. So there you go. This is what our website looks like at the moment. So very basic, obviously, but don't worry. We're going to make it look absolutely fantastic. So now we need to access our WordPress dashboard. So for this, at the end of your domain here, type a trailing slash or / and then wp-admin and then hit enter. And then right here, type in your credentials, those we saved earlier on, and then click login. Okay, so welcome to our WordPress dashboard. So the first thing we can do is a bit of cleaning up. So we can dismiss this message here. We don't need that. So this is better already. And now let's take care of our plugins. So we go to the plugins section. And as you can see, you have those two here, Askimet Anti-Spam and Hello Dolly. They're of no use to us. So you can tick them both. Bulk action, delete, apply, click OK. And now we're going to disable this one here. So this is a caching plugin, which is very helpful to speed up your website. But while we're working on it, it's better to deactivate it. So let's deactivate that. Okay, very good. So now let's take care of the look of our website. So obviously the look of your website is very important, especially when you have a blog. So let's go ahead with this. So let's say we are going to upload something newsworthy, perhaps, or maybe some recipes or whichever niche you've selected. So the most crucial point now is to make sure that you select one specific niche, one specific industry, or one specific field, because the more you specialize, the more people will find your blog useful, obviously, and the easier it's going to be for you to actually monetize it. So for this, now we go to Appearance, Themes, and we're going to add a new one, okay? So we just go here, Add New, and here in the Search Themes box, just look for Newsmatic, okay? So this is the one here. Now if you hover on top, as you can see, you have a button here being revealed, Install, so click on that one, and now Activate. And now we are going to install the demo content. So basically the purpose of the demo content is to make it easy for you to see the finished product, and then you can replace all the content afterwards. So you can create your own categories and upload all your own content, your own blog post, obviously, you know. But again, this is going to save us a lot of time because this will be pre-built for us, and all we have to do basically is to change things around, okay? So let's click on Install Demos. Very good. So now we're going to install all the required plugins. So for this, all we have to do is click on this button here, Install and Activate Plugins. So this should only take a few seconds. So that's it, that's done now. And now we can import the demo content. So as you can see, you have quite a few here. All these on top are free, and those are pro as well. So it's up to you to select the one that you want. You know, the pro version is paid version, obviously. The other ones are free, and for this tutorial we're just going to use a free one, okay? And then you can select your style, basically depending on the type of blog that you're planning to build. Select the one that suits you. As you can see, this one is more for tech, this one is more for political news, this one food blog, this one lifestyle, and this one is the default one. So this is the one that we're going to use today because this is the one that's more suited for any type of project, okay? So next we click on install and then import demo. Confirm, okay. And there you go. So now it started importing all the content. So this is going to take about a minute or so. And there you go, guys. That's installed already. So fully imported. So let's have a quick look in the front end. Okay. So if you hover on your website title here, visit site, and then open in a new tab. And there it is. As you can see, it looks absolutely fantastic. And the full demo has been imported for us. So I really love this design, to be honest. It looks very, very professional. You have all the main heading here. All your content right there, very, very professional looking, and this is exactly what anyone landing on a blog post, blog type website would be expecting, you know. And the footer section here, very nice with easy to scroll, popular news and recent news as well. You can go back to the top by clicking one button here, and one nice touch that I really love about this theme is the dark mode as well. So all you have to do is click on this and look at that. That looks very, very trendy and very professional indeed. So that's basically it. And I think the dark mode is a very nice touch that your visitors will appreciate, and obviously it will increase conversion rate as well. Okay, so at this stage when building your blog, you need to decide what type of content you want to upload, which niche you want to specialize in, which type of industry, which area you're going to cover. Now it doesn't have to be too broad because otherwise you're gonna water down the interest basically. And it hasn't had to be too niche down either. So you need to find a happy medium. So for instance, if I was to create a blog, I could create a blog related to web design and web development. In this case, I won't be too restricted. I will have a lot to cover, but still it is still specifically designed for web designers and web developers. So we have a specific target audience that will be interested in our content. And this is basically what you're looking to achieve here. Okay, so let's go ahead with this idea. So let's pretend that designwithmrweb.com is a blog specializing in web design and web development. So let me show you all the steps we're going to take now to customize this and make it our own, okay? So we go back to our WordPress dashboard and we are going to go to the post section here. So right there, so click on that. So you have this message here will keep popping up, so you can dismiss this notice now. We don't need it anymore since we've imported the content already. So in our post here, these are all the posts that basically are showing up on our website. So as you can see, you have the title here, the author, the categories, and when it was published. So the first thing we need to take care of is to create our different categories. So basically, as you can see, with fashion, sports, tech, lifestyle, health, and so on and so on. So we have to create that based on our own type of industry, the niche that we are in, and the type of content we are going to upload, okay? So for this, we're going to go to categories here. And what you can do basically is just rename them first if you wanted to. So you won't lose all the content that's displaying in the front end. You will still have a nice preview, but that way it's much easier. Or you can delete them all and then recreate them separately. That's really up to you. But if you delete them all, basically the whole front end will be a bit messed up, you know. So it's not going to make it easy for us to preview the full content. So what I would reckon is that basically you edit this and replace that with an actual category that you want to create. So let's replace this maybe with the first one. So let's say we're going to cover everything related to WordPress. That's most likely the case, you know. And then update. Now go back to the category and do the same with the others. So there you go. As you can see, I've renamed them. Now we have Figma, hosting, programming languages, Webflow, and WordPress. And if you want to skip a step, you can simply click quick edit, change the name, change the slug, update category, and this way you skip one step. Basically is much faster. Now if you wanted to add a new one, all you have to do is put the name here. So for instance, Magento, add new category, and then we can add one more together here. So maybe latest tech, okay, add new category. So now if we go back to the front end, you will see that the menu section here will have changed. Obviously we have home now, WordPress, Webflow, Figma, and contact us. Now you can tweak this around. You can add more categories here as well if you wanted to, you know. By the side, we have the quick menu section here. As you can see, all our categories are displayed here anyway. So either way is fine. This is really up to you, okay? But let me show you how you can create categories and subcategories as well. So let's say as part of WordPress here, we could create subcategories as well. So you could have, for instance, plugins, okay? And then you select the parent category. So in this case, it will be WordPress, add new category, and let's create another one perhaps. Let's say themes, okay? And again, under the parent category WordPress, add category. So now we have WordPress as the main category and those two as subcategories. But if you go and have a look in the front end, you will see it's not reflecting back here. Basically, you still have home, WordPress, Webflow, Figma, and contact us. So let me show you how you can insert that in your menu section. So basically here we go to appearance, menus, and it's basically here. Make sure you select the header menu here, select. It will show up here. So these are the items. So these are the items we have. We have home, WordPress, Webflow, Figma, contact us. And now you have categories here. So now you can add them. So view all. And let's say you wanted to add plugins and themes. Okay, so add menu. And now you can add them underneath the WordPress section. So you can move them around and you can also indent them. So if they are indented, that's the main menu, that's the sub menu. As you can see, sub item. Now let's move this one here, just like that, and indent it. Now save menu, here just behind me, okay, save menu. Now if you go back to the front end and refresh, now as you can see you have WordPress and you can go to plugins or themes. So this is basically how you can break things down and have a nice structure and structure your whole website basically, okay? And then if you wanted to add more as well, you can go back here basically, you know, and then you go to all your categories and add as many as you want. So let's say we're going to add as well hosting, latest tech, and Magento. Add to menu. And now you can move these around. Maybe this one contact would be last. And perhaps you would have WordPress, Webflow, Figma, and Magento together. These are content management system, hosting, and then latest tech. And then save the menu. And if we go back to the our front end and refresh, and there you go, guys. This is basically how you can structure your website and have your categories laid out on your homepage. Okay, so now it is time to start writing our blog post. So for this, we go back to our WordPress dashboard. We go to all post, and right here we can click add new. Okay, so let's create one together. Okay, so first step is to add our title. So let's say we're going to write an article, a blog post here related to WordPress versus Squarespace. What are the differences? And then you can start typing away. So there are two ways of creating a blog. You can do it yourself, type everything based on your own knowledge and experience and all of that. Obviously, this is going to take you some time, you know. Or you can use ChatGPT, which is well known for creating content in a split second, you know. So this is what we're going to do basically here, okay? So we're going to go into ChatGPT. So once you have your account created, it's for free again, you know. So here's the thing, we can have a built-in plugin which will allow us to create content immediately from within Gutenberg, but then in that case you need to use OpenAI, their API basically, you know, and this will come at a cost, so you have to pay for this. Now if we use ChatGPT itself, you can use the free version here, and that's costing you nothing. All you have to do basically is copy and paste. So it's an extra step, but now obviously you're going to save a ton of money. So as we said, our title is WordPress versus Squarespace. What are the differences? So let's ask ChatGPT to write an article related to this, okay? So let's ask, write a blog post titled WordPress versus Squarespace. What are the differences? Plus add a comparison table, which is going to be very handy for us, okay? So let's ask ChatGPT to do that for us. And there you go, guys, all done already. So that took about, I'd say, maybe a minute or so, you know. So now all you have to do is basically highlight all of this. So select the whole section here, including the comparison table, okay? Now Control C to copy. Back to our blog post where it says type, choose a blog. So Control V. And there you go. It's all there already, you know. So perfect. So this took, what, 60 seconds to create a blog post, an article that we can use on our website. And now we can tweak things around, obviously, you know. So now we're going to publish first, you know, just to make sure we're not going to lose anything. Very good. So now if you look by the side here, we need to select our category as well, okay? So we will be in the WordPress category. And then you can select a few of them, obviously, you know, multiple categories if you wanted to. But in this case, it only applies to WordPress. And then we can add a featured image. So add featured image. So you can upload your own image or select from the library here. So let's select this one, for instance, set featured image. Very good. And then we can have an excerpt. So the excerpt is usually the beginning of the paragraph. So you can fetch the very first paragraph here, okay? It's a teaser basically, okay? So that's basically it. So let's scroll down. Let's insert this here. Very good. So that's basically it for the main settings. And now we can tweak our article here, our blog post a little bit better, you know, to be more appealing visually. Okay, so let me remove myself for a second. So basically here we have our title. So this is in large font, which is perfect. But we have subheading here. So what is WordPress? What is Squarespace? So you want this to stand out, obviously. So what you can do is just highlight it, set that in bold, And as you can see, you have different sizes here. So we can try maybe large. So that's too big, obviously. So medium, okay? And the same with this one, bold and medium, okay? So that stands out. It's a lot better already. And then here we have WordPress versus Squarespace, the key differences. So what I would do maybe is add a little bit of space in between those two, okay? And then maybe highlight this and again set this as a large title and bold. After the main title, this is the most important section on the page, obviously, you know. And then you can change these, as you can see, point number 1, point number 2 and 3. So perhaps you can put this in bold, and we can do that in medium size and do the same with the others, you know, very quickly like this, okay? There you go. So that's a lot better already. And here we have the comparison table. So what I would do maybe is to add a bit of spacing in between, you know. So either that way, or you can add a spacer. So if you hover on top, you'll see the plus sign will display at some stage. So where is it now? There it is. Okay. Click on that and look for the spacer. There it is. Add a spacer. And that's basically it. And now you can increase the size or reduce it, whichever you want, you know. So let's set this maybe to 150 altogether and then keep scrolling down. And as you can see, this is a comparison table. So we're going to add this in bold, medium again, and then the conclusion as well. So bold and medium size. And now let's add a bit of spacing again here in between those two. Okay, so let's click on that spacer. We can change this as well, you know. There you go. So let's click update. Okay, very good. So now let's have a quick look in the front end. So as you can see, our article is already there. So WordPress versus Squarespace. And if you click on it, well, that's basically it. We have the image here. As you can see, this was created by Mr. Webb 12 minutes ago, 5 minutes time reading. And then this is the image. We have the teaser. And then what is WordPress? What is Squarespace? And then the comparison between the two, you see. And you have your comparison table and the conclusion. So as you can see, we can create an article in just a few minutes, taking very little time, and it looks very, very professional. And this is what you want. This is the secret to a good blog post, you know. You want it to be professional looking, easy to read, and also have quality content. Okay guys, so now let me show you how you can monetize your blog. So this is the ultimate goal. Obviously, this is a business you're going to run, so you want to make money. So there are two ways of doing so. The first one is by using the subscription. So basically get your visitors to subscribe to access certain area of your website. And the other one is by using affiliate marketing schemes as well. So affiliate program basically, okay? So these are the best two ways that I found to monetize a blog. You can obviously use AdSense if you wanted to, but this is just going to earn you pennies basically, you know. The effort put into that is not worth the results basically. So two different ways to make money: subscription and also affiliate programs. Okay, so let's go back to our example here, WordPress versus Squarespace. So basically here, as you can see, we have the spaces in between. So why not fill that space here with, for instance, a button that would say test it right now, or try wpx.net, try this or try that, and this will link back to your affiliate program. And this way, if they click on it, a cookie will be saved on the visitor's website. And if they proceed with the purchase, well, you earn a commission. Basically, it's very simple. So let's take an example here. You know, most websites work the same way. So you can use Amazon.com, for instance. Amazon has an affiliate program. So depending the type of niche that you're in, you can use any of those providers, okay? So in our case, we said our blog is about web design, hosting, and all of that. So let's take the example of WPX. And if you scroll down the page, you will find here, as you can see, there's an affiliate link. So if you click on this, you can open the article and they will let you know how much you can earn. So in this case, you can earn on average $100 per conversion, which is not too shabby, you know. And all you have to do is basically register with them. So as you can see here, start earning, fill out the details. Now this is just with WPX, but this works with any type of providers, obviously, you know. And once you have registered with them, you'll have access to your backend, and you have an affiliate link designed specifically to you. And then once you've registered with them, you can go back to your page and then insert a link, perhaps a button, or maybe a banner altogether. Now, most affiliate programs will provide you with all the resources you need. So as you can see with WPX, we have our link here that we need. And also you have logos, banners, and even videos that you can insert on your page to increase the conversion rate, you know. So let's say we have a banner here. So let's go ahead with this one. So you can download this one. So download. And now we can insert it on our page. So let's go back here. So we'll click on the plus sign here. So we're going to insert an image, okay? So this is one, drag and drop. So you can position this wherever you want, you know. And then you can select this from the media library. You can upload your own image. So I have it already here available. So select, and there it is. Now you can change the size as well, whichever you want. You know, you can even center it if you wanted to. And now we need to link this to our affiliate program, our affiliate link, okay? So this is the referral link. So click on this. And now let's paste this here together, okay? So paste, enter. And now click on the arrow, and now we want to open this in a new tab. You don't want visitors to leave your website altogether. You want them to be able to come back to your website, obviously, you know. And once you have this done, click update, and that's basically it. So let's go back to our article here, and let's refresh. And there it is. Now if I click on this, it's going to open a new tab, and there you go. And now if the visitors decide to purchase one of those plans, well, basically that's it. We get a commission and happy days. So this is basically how this works. So there you go, guys. As you can see, with affiliate marketing, you can easily generate a substantial income every single month. Now let me show you the best method to make money that's guaranteed to 10x your income. And for this, we're going to use ZLICK.it. So as always, I leave all the links in the description below. So basically, ZLICK is a simple paywall software for WordPress subscription sites. But this is the most important part here, this sentence here. The effortless paywall to maximize conversions and increase revenue. And this is the key, guys. This is why we're going to use ZLICK.it, because it's going to streamline your checkout process in a very simple manner. And the easier it is, the higher your conversion rates, obviously, you know. So now all you have to do is to sign up for free. As you can see, they don't take any credit card details initially. There's no need for that. So just sign up for free, and then I'll meet you back in the dashboard. Okay, so the first step is to enter all your details. So I've done that already to save us some time. And as you can see by the side, we have some sort of to-do list, and they will mark off all the tasks one by one as you go through all the steps, okay? So next is the monetization plan. And basically here, this is where you're going to set all your prices. So this is article pricing or subscription pricing. So whichever way you want, like, you know, if you want just one article and get paid for it, you can do that as well. Maybe 50 cents per article or something like this, you know. Or you can have a full-blown subscription on a monthly basis, or perhaps on a weekly basis or yearly basis. So usually subscriptions are on a monthly basis. So let's go ahead with this, and then we can set up our price. So maybe you have an initial offer of perhaps $2.99 or $4.99, you know, to get them in, basically. And then after this, you will renew at the normal price, which is maybe $19.99, okay? And you can do the same with single articles, but let's go with the subscription for now, okay? So we can disable this one, okay? And we just keep subscription in place for now. Let's click save. So next is our appearance. So basically our website, our main color is green, as you can see, okay? So we can just fetch that color and paste it here in the backend. So instead of the blue, we're going to add our hashtag color, which is this one here. And if you move out of this, as you can see, we'll change the color. And then you can select your language, the website name, support email. So you can fill that out, you know, basically. Okay, I'm just going to put mrweb.tv right here, and that's all. So let's click save. So next, as you can see, we need to install the ZLICK plugin. So right click on the link here, okay, open in a new tab, and it will bring you to the WordPress repo. So you can download it from here, or you can copy and paste the name here. So Control C. Now let's go back to our WordPress dashboard. We go to plugins, add new. And right here, paste the name, okay, ZLICK paywall. Now all we have to do is to install it and then activate. And now if you look under settings, you will find a tab called ZLICK payments. If you click on this, now we have to insert all these different keys, publisher ID, API key, okay? So let's go back to the ZLICK website. We have integrations, and we're going to copy these, okay? So publisher ID, copy, and then paste. And do the same with this one. Copy, and then paste. And then click save, and that's it. Our paywall is installed. And now if we go back to our ZLICK portal, as you can see, these were marked as done and completed. So the next step, as you can see, is to connect Stripe. So this is right here. So all we have to do is click on this. Very good. So click continue. So basically from here, all you have to do is to follow all the steps one by one. Obviously, I'm not going to do this on screen because there's some sensitive information. But once you've done that, you'll be brought back to the ZLICK portal. So there you go. So that's done now. So the next step is to choose which articles will be monetized. So if we go back to your WordPress dashboard, we go to post all our posts. Basically here, as you can see, we now have an additional column that's called premium. So they're all set to no at the moment. But basically, if we set them to yes, that means that they'll only be able to access them if they pay a subscription. Okay, so let's click on the item that we want to actually set as premium. Click on this. And if you scroll down straight at the bottom of the page, as you can see here, right there, we have ZLICK payment fields, enable paywall for this article. So all you have to do is basically click on this, click update. Okay, and now let's go back to our website. So let's refresh. So this is our article. So let's open this. Very good. So as you can see, WordPress versus Squarespace, what are the differences? And if you scroll down, as you can see, you can only see the very beginning. And now if you want to read the full article, you'll have to buy the subscription. So now just to show you how easy it is to use, so let's go back to ZLICK. As you can see, we have the live payment mode disabled at the moment. So we're on test mode at the moment. So this is very easy. All you have to do is put 42424242 any date in the future and any 3 CVV code, and you'll be able to test if it's working. Okay, so let's go ahead with this. So let's say you want to pay by card. So I'm going to click on this. Enter your email address. So okay, I'm going to put hello@mrweb.tv, full name, and then card number. So as we said, 424242424242. Okay, any date in the future. So let's say 12/25, and any CVC code. So 698, for instance. Okay, and click subscribe. Payment successful. And there you go, guys. Now you have access to the whole article, the complete website, whatever it is that's available to you for the premium version. So normally you would not be able to access it. Now that you've paid for the subscription, you can access the whole website all together, which is absolutely fantastic. And most importantly, you got one subscription in place, which will renew every single month. And here is the confirmation email I received. As you can see, you have subscribed to Design with Mr. Web. You will be charged $7.99 now, and USD 19.99 upon renewal, and subscription renews every month, and so on and so on. So that's very nice, isn't it? Now, obviously, all these transactions are recorded here immediately for you. So if you go to subscribers right there, you will see we have Mr. Web here, paid by card, $7.10, and this is active basically. Okay, so this is our subscription. So you might have noticed that there's a difference in price, $7.10, and we charge $7.99. So what's the difference? Well, basically, obviously, they have to make money somewhere, you know. They charge 5% transaction fee. That's basically it, you know. But again, it is worth paying the 5% because it's such an easy paywall. And like we've mentioned several times, this will absolutely increase your conversion rate, which is exactly what you want, okay? Okay, so now let me show you how you can customize the front end to fit your branding. So to have your own colors, maybe your company colors are blue, maybe it's red or whatever. Maybe you're not using green, you want to change that, no problem at all. I'm going to show you how you can change the name here and also link those social media icons and how to create a contact page and link the contact form. Okay, so let's do this together. So we go back to our WordPress dashboard, and this time we go to Appearance, Customize. And as you can see by the side, you have all these different options here, and this is what's going to help us customize the front end. Now, next to each item, you have the small pencil. So if you click on this, you can basically access a customization feature immediately. So instead of going through all of them like global, for instance, preloader, and so on, you might find it hard because there's so many options. All you have to do basically is to click on it. So if I wanted to change the name here, I click on the small pencil, and there you go. This is our site title. Now I might want to change this perhaps for Mr. Web's blog, and then here everything related to web design. Okay, this is our tagline, so perfect. And here you can define if you want to display the site title or just the description. That's really up to you, you know. And you can go into design, and right here you can change all the colors and even the font. If you wanted to change the font altogether, maybe use your own font or something like this, you can do so here. So let's go back to the main settings now. Now, like we've seen, you can change the color individually, one item at a time, or you can go into colors here and change this globally throughout the whole website, basically. As you can see, I have theme color here. So at the moment it's green, but you can select any colors you want. So maybe you want it to be red. As you can see, the color is changing immediately, or maybe purple or whatever, or select your own color from the chart here. Okay, so I'm just going to revert back to green myself, you know, it's probably easier. And just underneath here you have color 1 to 12, and also all the gradients. So what is this exactly? Well, these are the colors that you're going to set up for all the different categories, and then you can assign each color to each category. Okay, so if we go back here, for instance, and click on category colors, as you can see, Figma, hosting, latest tech, Webflow, and WordPress. These are 5 categories that we created. Now you can assign a different color for each. So let's say maybe bright blue for this one, purple. Let's go maybe for orange, and another one. Let's go with red. Why not? Okay. And as you can see in the front end, each category has its own color now. So this is basically how this works, okay? And then we have our social media icons here on top. So again, if you click on the pencil, well, basically this is what it is, okay? And right here, when it says manage social icon, if you click on this, you'll have access to those 5 different options. And now you can customize this, basically. This is the maximum you can add is 5. You know, you have to select which platforms you want to add. And as you can see, you have a small eye here. So basically, if you want to disable that, let's say not using Google, just disable this, it will be hidden. As you can see now, it's only 4 icons. And now if you wanted to change the link and link that back to your social media platforms, all you have to do is click on the small icon here and then put the URL basically, okay? And this will link back to your social media platforms very easily. And that's basically it. So let's go back here again. Now, if you scroll down, this is where you can customize what will be displayed here in the front end. So obviously you can select which categories you want to show in your header here, you know. So if the main banner, this is what it's called. If you click on this, as you can see, we have the newest to oldest, and then you can display by category, by title. So as you can see at the moment, we have hosting here, okay. Now, if you delete that, now you can look for another section. So let's say maybe Figma, okay. Select this one. And as you can see, Figma will display here now, okay? And then you can define which one you want to display from the last 7 days, today, last week, and so on. And you can define how you want to display them, A to Z, Z to A, all this to newest, or just random. This is, again, up to you, really, you know? So this is basically everything for the main banner, and then you can change all the sections you want. As you can see, they're all laid out here. All you have to do is basically click on them and add the content that you want and customize it the way you want and the way you like, obviously, you know. So that's basically it. We don't have time, obviously, to go through all the different options, but all is here, basically, okay? Now let's take care of our contact page. As you can see, there's a short code here for our contact form 7 form, but it's not displaying. Well, basically, what we need to do is to install the contact form plugin, which is not installed by default. So if we go back here, we go to plugins. As you can see, it's not there. So now we need to click on add new, and we're going to look for contact form 7. So there it is. Okay, so install now, and then activate. So that's done. And now if we go back to our contact us page and refresh, there you go. As you can see, the form is now displaying. So now we have to customize this and make sure that it's going to reach us, obviously, you know. And then we can maybe add our address as well, maybe a phone number if you wanted to, you know, add some more details. So if we go back to our WordPress dashboard, this time with contact forms. So this is our contact form here, okay? So click on this, and here's basically the content of our form. So I have your name, your email address, subject, and your message. Now you can add as many items as you want. If you wanted to add a telephone number, maybe a number, and so on, all you have to do is basically click on this and then fill out those details, and it will add this to the rest of the form, basically, okay? Now, the most important thing is to make sure that this is going to reach you, obviously. So here, as you can see, it's going to be sent to site admin email. So that's basically going to fetch the email address that you use when you installed WordPress. Now, if you want to use another email address, you can simply type it as well. So info@, but make sure it ends up with the same, it's part of the same domain name. So info@design with Mr. Web, because this is our domain name. Don't go and use, for instance, info@ and then another domain name, because in that case, it will not send the email, because there'll be an SMTP error with WordPress. So basically, make sure that you use the same email address that belongs to your domain name, okay? And then after this, click save, and that's basically it. We're done already. Now, let's say if you wanted to add some phone number, maybe an address here and all that, how can you edit this page? Well, let me show you. We go back to the WordPress dashboard. We go to pages, and this time contact us. So click on this. And as you can see, this is our short code here. Now you can add anything in between, you know. So if I wanted to add a small space here maybe and add some text, okay. So text, I'm going to add a paragraph in between, just right there, okay. And now you can type away. So perhaps something like this, you know. And once you're done, click update. And let's go back to the front end and refresh. And there you go. Now you have additional details, part of your contact page. Very good. So now perhaps you'd like to find out how you can use ChatGPT directly to build your articles. If this is the case, I'll leave that video here.